Tubular Bells has sold 18 million copies worldwide and spent nearly 300 weeks in the charts. It was the album upon which Richard Branson built his empire.
I think we counted on over 18 or 1900 overdubs on Tubular Bells.
By the end of 1974, in America, more money was being spent on records than movies or sports.
I think all modern music's a bit rubbish, and I haven't bought a record since the Sex Pistols broke up.
I think the music suggests the state that the society's in. It doesn't reflect the state.
You wanted to find something that would be more yours instead of something that everybody and their little brother thought of as hip.
Punk's not dead, it just smells that way.
There's this sense that they're not actually authentic artists until they make money.
You know, I grew up on music that kind of changed people's minds. Now music makes you want to change your sneakers.
The art is much more important than the artist.
Uh-oh, these guys have been psychedelicized.
I just want to drink beer, I don't want to be sponsored by it.
We've had time to look and inspect and analyze everything and be influenced by everything.
And the artist is much more important than the art.
Something was going to change the culture. And it was Elvis that changed the culture. Not the Beatles or anything else. It was Elvis that brought this gift.
Both are most important.
I mean, I got the same kind of feeling when I first heard the Ramones LP as I did when I first heard Little Richard.
We clashed a lot of times.
But here's the point.
We were the real Clash.
It's all an ego trip. It's all an ego trip. It's all an ego trip.
Poets and musicians and artists, or whatever they are of the age, not only do they sort of lead the age on, but they also reflect that age.
The crimes of the United States have been systematic, constant, vicious, remorseless, but very few people have actually talked about them. You have to hand it to America. It has exercised a quite clinical manipulation of power worldwide, while masquerading as a force for universal good.
And rock and roll music is symbolic of freedom, not democracy, not Christianity. Rock and roll music, which succeeded where both politics and religion failed to spread the American culture, for good or bad, to the rest of the world.
Language is actually employed to keep thought at bay. The words American people provide a truly voluptuous cushion of reassurance. You don't need to think. Just lie back on the cushion. The cushion may be suffocating your intelligence and your critical faculties, but it's very comfortable.
I think the music reflects the state that the society's in. It doesn't suggest the state.
We're going to live a life without any moral rules.
Freedom. But I bet there's a better word for it.
It means that people think beyond the restrictions that the system imposes. And it's those mental restrictions that is what keeps people in their place.
It's more punk to tell people you're not punk than to sit there and say that you are punk.
Punk's not dead, it just smells that way.
And basically, from my heart, I really just want to say, it should really be about the music. It should be about the craft.
Kraft macaroni and cheese, please.
It should be about the
Kraft macaroni and cheese, please.
This is not a gimmick. This is not a gimmick.
Please make some Kraft macaroni and cheese.
It takes more than intellect to be a musician. Put your soul into it a little.
When you make Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner, the cheese sauce is so rich and creamy, you know they're gonna like it.
This is not a gimmick. I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and I'm an artist. I should be taken seriously, and I should be taken seriously. All this other bull should not be spoken of.
You have no right to be bitter. You're the one who sat down and joined the game.
There's not a whole lot of pioneering going on right this minute. The pioneering went on earlier.
Once something becomes easy to copy, then it loses its power.